Almost 3 years ago now, I saw what Adelaide was trying to do and how they were trying to change, and thought that's sort of my scene, really quite interesting work. It's a city that's trying to move, I suppose, and has been known as Australia's invisible city, or a large country town where nothing happens and you've got to leave to get something happening. I mean, disengaged, people who didn't necessarily trust the council, didn't think the council was going in the right direction. And that's where certainly the CEO said, hey, look, we need to do something differently here. We're not getting that engaged community. And so the council saw that they had to change. So I went over there to coordinate what was called their placemaking strategy, which is effectively how do you unleash and inspire and get the community involved in developing places in the city. And a great signal in one of the first council meetings I was at, being able to watch is 530 policies that existed, guidelines, policies across the council for various bits and pieces. Sort of got rid of 200 of them in one go. One of the things we did is we put facilitators in particular places, so they became a point of contact, that person who could help get stuff happening in particular parts of the city. They had to spend some time building trust and relationship. They'd go into a place and say, I'm here, what can you do? How can we help you? And they'd say, well, I don't work with council. And one particular developer who owned a significant building and a pretty dodgy sort of laneway, people passed through it every day, you never stopped, said, well, I normally work with councils, in the courts, and after working and building trust in that relationship and starting to get some very small things underway, so he could see that demonstrated progress and get his ideas off the ground, he started to get involved and say, yeah, this is actually how I want to interact with council, and then we're able to take his energy and what he wanted to do in his building and turn it around and start to influence what's going to happen in the public space. And the developer has worked has turned, I suppose, from being a person who didn't trust council to having that support in council, being an advocate of council and talking to other owners and developers across the city. So, this is how council is working. This is what it's, how you can work.
This initiative is the whole reason for our business here at Book Nook and Bean. We've been a mobile coffee truck for the last 4 years, and we'd always dreamed about having a bricks and mortar place, however temporary it was. And so without the whole Top and More revival project, we wouldn't be here at all.
What we believe at Adelaide is that spaces are best designed and understood by the people who use them. It's also about deep community engagement and understanding how places evolve and how communities and people use those spaces.
Yeah, certainly been picked up internationally in terms of how the council used the placemaking, on a large scale, effectively uses that as the way and the tool and the approach to build that capacity of the community, get them to own it, and then to see the results of actually it works, that a council can transform its culture and that people, their community is ready to go. They've got ideas, they'd love to be involved, they want to be involved, and actually when you bring those two things together, it's amazing results. And Adelaide is known for the life it's brought to the city and the way the council has changed on the back of that.